It's tea time!
This is where we spill the tea. I mean, we're here.
We're on the Jones Beach Boardwalk.
Oh
Dee
my
Snyder's
God.
calling it.
Wrap it up. We've been hanging out with the hot teas.
The hot teas, by the way, armies. Hashtag
Long
Long Island
Island
Life.
Life.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hello, and welcome back to Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea on everything Long Island related. And it's a special show, Sharon.
It is a special show. I'm excited.
Yeah, you're excited. We have a special guest today. Pete. Mr. Pete, welcome. So those of you that are watching, you're like, who's this guy?
Who am I?
We got a guy.
We got a guy. So Pete, and I said, how do you say your last name? And he said,
Fasulo.
Fasulo, like
Pasta fazool.
Vazul.
Nice.
Like pasta vazul.
Exactly.
So I have to tell you the story about why Pete's here, first of all, right? So I was at a networking event one night at Newsday and meet a zillion people all the time at these events. And I got to tell you, Pete, this is a special occasion because everywhere I go, people are like, can I be on your podcast? Can I be on your podcast? And I'm like, sure, someday. But Pete was just awesome. When I met him, he was like, I love everything you're talking about. It's one of the best things that I do when I talk about what Discover Long Island does. And Long Islanders don't know what we do.
Right.
And then they find out and they're like, thank you so much for everything you do for the place that I live and I love Long Island and I want to talk about it. And I was like, you know what? You're just our people, Pete. Yeah. And so I said, you know what?
Gets it.
Yeah. So I thought, let's start maybe a new trend because we can do whatever we want. It's our show.
Yeah.
And let's bring on some Long Island locals at times that have maybe nothing to do with tourism.
Right.
But they're going to give you the Long Island tea.
Yeah.
Right?
He's going to spill it.
He's going to spill it. And so, Pete, I know you've listened.
Yes.
So we start every podcast with, how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Oh, that's how it is. Yeah, see? So Pete's like this is the real deal. And I thought this is going to be great because we'll bring our listeners, because we have listeners from 28 different countries.
Isn't that crazy?
Is that crazy?
Come
I think
visit
that's
us.
awesome.
Please come visit us.
Yeah.
And, I love it because you've got that perfect New York dialect, right? Doesn't he just sound like a New Yorker?
So I told him when we were waiting for you to come in and start, I said, there's one caveat that you have to do when you're a guest. And I said, you have to say, how you doing? And he pulled it out, how you doing? However he did it. And I was like, yeah. You got it.
Yeah.
This is not new to me.
He's like, I got it.
You're hired. Yeah. So, Pete, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So born and bred Long Islander, grew up in Levittown, moved out to Babylon in my 20s, bought a condo, stayed there for over 20 years before I got married. Loved Babylon, still love Babylon. Yeah. We can have a whole conversation on the bars and the restaurants and the beaches. And and then left there, got married, moved to Sayville, also very nice town, and recently got divorced 2 years ago and just moved out to Manorville. Okay. If another life event happens, I'll be in Montauk.
Yeah.
That's not
keep going east.
That's not a bad
It's
thing.
not a bad place to end up.
Yeah, it's the end.
Well, you said to me, when we were sitting here chatting, you said there's only 4 places that we could find you.
Yeah, I'm an easy guy to
If you ever
find.
get lost.
My buddies laugh. They're like, you're one of 4 places. You're either out on a Saturday night in Babylon, you're at an Islander game, you're in Fire Island in the summer, or you're in Montauk. That's pretty much it.
That's awesome. And so we're going to talk a lot about your feelings about Long Island during the show. We just thought we'd have you join the whole show. Instead of an interview, you're just going to be our Long Island local that
hang out.
Yeah, just hangs out with us. So, but before we get into that, Sharon and I usually spend this time dishing about our lives and catching up. And I got to tell you, it's been a week or a couple. And I think, there's a reason why they say, if you can make it here,
you can make
it anywhere.
Because you're from New York.
Yeah, well, it ain't easy. It ain't easy. I heard a song yesterday. I want to say LCD or something. My husband had his car on alternative radio. It's not a song.
LCD sound system.
Yeah, thank you.
James Murphy.
And it's called I Love You, New York. Yeah. And it's I love you, New York. I hate you, New York.
Oh, my God.
You make it hard to love you, New York. But I do. And I was like, right, who is this? They're reading my mind. Anyway, it's just, it's tough sometimes. And in our business in particular, right? Because I think I kind of talked to you, Pete, when I first met you. Destination marketing, tourism promotion, right? So when times are good and everybody's rolling and there's no travel bans and everybody's traveling, then the residents are stop bringing your visitors here, right? And they're even though they depend on it completely economically.
Yeah.
And so then we get all the backlash, like, oh, we don't want your visitors, the drama. And then when times are tough, like COVID happens and everybody goes away, they're like, where are your visitors?
Yeah. What are you doing?
We're all
for
dying.
us?
Our businesses are
Yeah.
closing. I mean, it's crazy the amount of businesses that are closing. Did you Ripley's Believe It or Not closed?
No.
Yeah, in Times Square. That just
What?
closed. I mean, this is real,
Yes.
right? When
Yes.
visitors are not coming to support the economy, and this is a mom and pop place,
Yeah.
they own this one, they own other ones, but like this is a family that owns this.
Wow.
These are family businesses. So either way, people are usually on our case. And then no matter what we do, you always get the person that's like, when you're doing something really great and you have great exposure like we are and you're out there and people notice you, people start to go like, that's awesome. I could do that. I could do that job, or I could do it better. You make it seem easy,
Yeah.
right?
That's what we hear. Everything is you make it seem easy.
That can't be that hard. Sure, put out a couple of ads. We could do that. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't. This is a data-driven, strategic organization. The amount of time and effort and energy we spend on research
Yes.
and target audiences and studying and manipulating everything that we're doing to make sure that we're literally zeroing in on zip codes and phone geographic locations and to target people and then to follow up and to hone our skills. It's crazy. It really is a very, very, very competitive.
And that's just the marketing component of it.
That's just the marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not including meetings, sales, partner relations,
Visitor
international
relations.
Yeah. Every time a visitor calls and needs travel guides and wants to fulfill them, nobody thinks about that stuff. They're like, you know what? I'm an ad agency.
I got this.
Yeah, I could do that. I have a great idea for a slogan. I'm like, do you?
You want a
Everybody's
billboard?
marketing
I got it.
professional.
Everybody's in marketing, and especially in our industry, because if it's marketing for like IT or something, people won't know. But everyone's a tourist. Everyone understands
Yeah.
travel,
Yeah.
right? So I always say that people, every time I tell them what I do, they're always like, you know what you should do.
Yeah.
I'm like, tell me.
Please.
So anyway, it's been one of those weeks. I feel like a couple weeks, and it's been like, but then. At the same time, so I went to 3 different events last night. I want to tell you guys about them because they're going to be on our TikToks and everything. Started with the sales meeting.
Right, which you said was awesome.
It was awesome. It's all of like the sales reps at our different hotels because, again, people don't realize that's a job. There's a sales experts in every single one of the hotels, even like the Courtyard by Marriott's, and it's their job to lure conventions and service them and make sure. And we bring them all together to make sure they know what leads we're bringing them and what we're doing for them and to hear what they need to make
Yeah.
sure that we're servicing them properly. And we hadn't seen them in a long time. It's
Right.
been like 2 years since
Yeah.
we'd seen them in person.
Wow.
Everything's been Zoom.
Yeah, and it was at the Hilton Long Island, which is on the border, right, of the two counties. And amazing property.
Yeah, it is an incredible property.
It was so beautiful, and Gus, the general manager, is on our board, and he's just the sweetest. So when I'm like super frustrated, and I get there, and he's like, anything you need. I'm like, I love you. You're so
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
We have, and all the sales, we have so much support
We
in
do.
our community,
We
and
do.
it is. The people that work with us are so. Then I'm like, okay, I love it again.
Right.
And then I went to the opening of the brand new Red Hot's Spa, which is inside the Garden City Hotel.
That's incredible.
Let me tell you, bougie.
Yeah. I can't even imagine
It's
what
so
goes down.
awesome. And, they've been without a spa for a while.
Yeah.
And that property is so iconic.
Yeah.
For me, I love it. Being from Scottsdale, when you're used to resorts, you walk. I love the doorman. Hello, welcome, good evening, and I just love service.
Yeah, of course, because that's what we're in.
I
That's our industry.
I love the over-the-top service.
Yeah. Are they at 4 Diamond?
Yes,
They are
Mhm.
4 Diamond.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
know how I know that is because I got to go to their 4 Diamond celebration several
Right,
years ago.
right.
Where I met Susan Lucci.
Yep.
In fact, Susan Lucci introduced me. I was like, "Shut up, I'm dead."
Stop
I
it.
literally died. But yeah, it's 'tis the season.
Yeah.
right. It's
They're
crazy.
all starting. Like
It's
your calendar is filling up.
It's nuts.
Nuts.
I know, and I'm just trying to find time I want to make sure you go to the city.
Yeah. Got to look at Rockefeller,
The Rockefeller tree,
which was lit
Yeah,
last week.
Last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Crazy.
I could tell a story. on
Do it.
But,
No, go ahead. Is it good?
It's very pro Long Island.
Okay.
My ex-wife's family used to love doing that every
Yeah,
year.
it's
We
very,
gotta
like,
get
Long
a
Island
limo,
tradition.
and we have to go see the tree in the city. We have to go dinner out in the city. Well, so after about 6 years of that, I'm like, why do we keep giving our money to New York City? I said, I'm in charge next year, and you're doing whatever I say. And they reluctantly agreed.
Wow.
which was a mistake on their part. But so they reluctantly agreed. So I got the limo, and we headed in the other direction, and we had an awesome dinner at Bobby Van's in Bridgehampton.
Wow.
Yes, and we walked around the Hamptons at night, and it was just a total different. And that became the new tradition.
Oh, that's
cool.
So yeah, I sometimes get a little militant about the Long Island versus New York City.
Oh,
thing.
I know.
apologize.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for me as a transplant, one of the great best things about living on Long Island is the proximity to New York City because you can go do it and come home.
Yeah, in a day.
I mean, you don't have
Right.
to. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to fly. I mean, we had some people in from out of town, actually from Arizona today,
Right.
some vendors, and I was like, "What time do you leave?" And they were leaving at 4. I'm like, "Are you going to go to the city and see the tree?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "I don't think we have time." I'm like, "Because people do that as a bucket list."
Right.
I'm like, "We can wake up on Thanksgiving Day and be like, what do you think? The parade? Pop
Yeah.
over."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's,
You know?
Yeah.
let's hit it
Nobody
up.
else can do that. And I think as New Yorkers, we take that for granted because most people plan a trip like that their whole lives. It's really a bucket list thing. And I'll never forget seeing the Rockefeller tree for the first time, and my kids skate the Rockefeller, but now we actually like Bryant Park better.
Oh.
The
Yeah.
skating rink.
Yeah.
I love Bryant Park. But it's, you go and you see all the decorations. But then you're right, Pete, because there's so much great stuff happening here on Long
Yeah.
Island. Holiday-wise,
So
it's so
many.
cute.
Yeah, and I'm, again, trying not to be militant about it. As I get older, I'm getting a little more mellow, but I used to be like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Perfect example is every year I used to go to the St. Patty's Day Parade in Manhattan.
Yeah.
I have buddies who were FDNY. They
Yep.
would march. We'd go out afterwards to the bars in Manhattan. Over the last 10 years, I'm going to all the parades on Long Island instead.
Yeah.
Patchogue has a phenomenal parade,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I do that instead.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like I want to keep as much of my hard-earned money on the island to small businesses here on the island
Yeah, that's
as
awesome.
I can.
Right.
See, this is why he's on the show.
Right.
I know.
That's why you
This
made
is
it.
the vibe, honestly. And it's a good message. I think that it's funny. I was talking to Grady last night too, and he's like, I'm good with the city. I worked there for 28 years.
Yeah. So many people. So many
I don't
Long
need to do
Islanders
that. And so
commuted.
we've done
Yeah.
it. We've
Yeah.
done it, right? But it's still a wonderful asset. But yeah, there are tree lightings, and if you look at our blogs and our social
Yeah.
media. Oh, Bree, I was going to tell you. I actually got a text today from a friend of mine who's in PR, and she's like, I just have to tell you, you guys are killing it on your social for holiday, and it's December 2nd.
Yeah. That's
She's
awesome.
like, way to go. I'm like, yeah, and Caroline, you guys are doing such a great job. And there's so much to talk about.
Right.
So that makes it easier when there's like literally the hardest part is trying to get in all the
the stuff.
information
Yeah,
of all the events
exactly.
that are going on. So yeah, cool. And what helps is when we're drinking wine.
Yep. It sure does after a week we had.
Yeah.
This week we're drinking Osprey Dominion 2020 Dry Rosé. It's obviously on the North Fork of Long Island. And this is essentially a light red wine. Our rosé is made in a dry style, which makes it an excellent summer sipper when served chilled. Perfect as an, I don't even know what that says.
Try it. I just have to know.
Aperitif.
Aperitif?
Yep.
Aperitif.
Yeah.
Aperitif.
Yeah.
This wine will pair well with grilled salmon or a hearty seafood stew.
Okay. I like this one. What do you think about it, Pete? You like it?
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's good.
yes.
You know what I like about it? It's different as far as rosés go, especially because it's winter. It's not like a really light colored rosé.
Right. We looked at the color.
You
we're
said like
wow.
it's a white. It's like a red.
Yeah.
It's a more red based.
Yeah.
Which I think makes it more appropriate if you just don't want to stop drinking rosé, but it's winter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
We like
so,
rosé.
Osprey Dominion, cool. Thank
Yeah,
you
it's
so
good.
much, and we want to thank Long Island Wine Country for being our ongoing sponsor. We had the best time at Paumanok, and I'm still blown away by
Oh,
that.
we had so much
I had
fun.
the best.
Kareem,
Have you been to Paumanok?
seriously.
I have.
Oh my God, that place is gorgeous.
Yes, I've done the wine tour thing. Like I said, anything Long Island I've probably done.
Yeah.
Rent the bus, do the whole wine
Yeah.
tour thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's great.
Although we were talking about Shop Small, and we're going to talk about a couple of towns that you have not done. Believe it or not, we were
That is
saying.
true.
But real quick before we go on, like Long Island Wine Country, just so you know, in case you didn't see the last episode, Kareem at Paumanok has given us the most amazing
deal.
40%
unheard
off a case. 40% off a case, and you can either get the Cab Franc or the white Chenin Blanc, and we've had both of them, and
Yeah,
they were
they're both
they were
amazing.
amazing. So you figure it's holidays, you're giving away wine everywhere you go. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And
or
it ships
you need
rather
gifts.
quickly because
Yeah.
it does.
And so, let me tell you, these vineyards, you know this, Pete, they never discount their stuff.
Right.
No.
It's not.
They don't need to.
They don't
They
need
don't
to.
need to.
They don't have
Exactly.
the production that they sell out.
Yeah.
So they don't need to, and they're doing it for us for our hot teas. So please make sure you go to Long Island Wine. What is it?
LongIslandTeaPodcast.com.
.com. Thank you,
Click
Sharon.
on the Wine of the Week deal, and
Thank
it'll
you.
be right there. And use code Hot Tea,
Hot
and it'll
Tea.
go from November 23rd. Hot Teas is the code. Sorry, S, and then it'll end December 23rd.
Okay, so it's coming up, people. But you can also, if you just want to know more about Long Island wines, you can go to lawines.com. And we literally love them because I don't even know what we would do. I don't know how I would have gone through this year.
We got so educated.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
true.
doing those
Yeah.
lives because you get the tour beforehand, and you and I, meet with Kareem or
Yeah.
Jamie, and we just get that education that
Yeah.
you don't get anywhere else. I mean,
Well,
obviously.
you look at you. You were like, is this where you thieve the wine?
And
Like,
Kareem
look
loves
at you.
that. He's like,
He was like,
"Look at you. How do you know that?" I'm like,
Oh,
This
no,
isn't my
we're
first.
experts now. We're experts now. And you know what? But the cool thing about Long Island wines and what we do is we're not experts, actually. We
Right.
you can just drink and enjoy the wine.
right, exactly.
And it's not pretentious. You don't have to
That's
like,
what I love
you know,
about this
right.
region. It
Yeah.
not pretentious.
Yeah.
And it's really holistic and
Yeah.
down to earth.
And
It's
sustainable.
awesome.
I love all the sustainable efforts that, did you know that Paumanok is 100% powered by solar?
I did not.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I mean, they really care
Interesting.
about Long Island, and to me, that goes a long way. So, back to Long Island Life, though, it's the holiday season. Everyone's talking about events.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have an important question for the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
Trees,
Yeah.
fake or real?
Ooh. Ooh.
Pete, you go first.
Definitely fake.
Me too.
I'm too lazy. It's too much work.
Me
it's too much of
too.
a hassle.
What?
I know. You know what I get? A Yankee candle, like balsam fir. Scented candle. Oh, it's a battle in my house, though. Like, honestly.
Mine's up in the attic, and it comes out once a year on like December 8th.
Yeah.
And on December 31st, it goes back in the
Back
attic.
Does that, you keep it? You don't keep it for New Year's?
No.
Oh, I
New
do.
Year's, that's a
New
whole
Year's
different
Day is when I
we
like
gotta talk
take it
about
all
New Year's?
down.
Do you have a whole thing for New
I
Year's?
have a whole thing for New Year's.
Oh boy.
Wait, what do you do? Do you have a big bash?
So my buddies and I have what we call, this is going on 20 plus years now, the New Year's Eve semi-formal.
Oh.
So everybody gets all dressed up.
So cute.
Yes. And it got so big at one point we had to move it from my house to Mary Carol's Irish Pub
I
in
love it.
Babylon. We had to rent it out 4 years in a row
my
on New Year's
gosh,
Eve. Yeah.
that's
it was
so
Are you doing it this
funny.
year?
So with COVID, it's
weird.
not happening
It's
this
weird,
year.
yeah.
But I think next year I'm ready to resurrect it.
I love it. I love
Are
it.
you not even going to do it at your house this year? Is it?
I might have some people over.
It's weird.
But
Yeah,
it's
you
not
gotta
going
be
to be what
careful.
it was.
You gotta be
right,
careful.
right.
So I kind of do something similar on New Year's Eve, but it's just a party of one. I dress up.
I know. You have to.
I literally, my family, every time is like, I break out the pumps.
Yep.
And
the sequins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I come
Ruffles.
down the stairs and everybody's like, okay.
Where you going, Ma?
I'm like, where's the champagne?
Yes.
There
Give
you
me
go.
the
Yeah.
Prosecco. Thank
Whatever.
you.
Well, so next year when I have this, I'll invite
Yeah,
you and your
please.
husband to
Yes,
the New
thank
Year's Eve
you.
semi-formal.
I love it.
Yes. Although the reason I do it party of one, Pete, is I'm going to tell you, I don't leave the house. I don't leave my house.
Oh.
But maybe next year.
It's a rough
The
night
kids
to
are-
drive, although
Yeah, I'm always
I don't like,
petrified.
I'm
Uber.
scared to be out.
we have Uber now.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
true.
not as
I'm
bad.
always scared to be outside. And plus, it's like cold sometimes, and the weather. I'm like, inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But your party does sound fun.
When I was younger, in my 20s, the driving wasn't an issue because I'd wake up the next morning and be like 15 people asleep on
Yeah,
the floor.
everybody just yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
changed a lot. Through
Yeah,
the
yeah,
years.
yeah. And there is kids and gotta go home.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
What about you, ladies? Do you do real or fake, Alyssa?
We have both, but we've done both. I like real.
Yeah.
I'm all about real.
Real.
I hate the cleanup. I'm such a lazy.
Fake, Brie.
Yeah, real.
Real. Okay, so I am 100% real because I grew up with a mother who swore, I'm doing air quotes, that she was allergic to trees.
I love it. That's
Until
hysterical.
suddenly she had no more kids in the house, and all of a sudden she had all these amazing trees.
Beautiful trees. Well, you're very particular about your tree. Like there's.
Oh well, I grew up in West Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and I had the most ghetto tree. Never a new one. It was the same fake one.
Mm-hmm.
My mom would break out. It was just so. You might remember this, Pete. The bubble lights.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Remember the bubble lights and
the rainbow color.
and the what's this the
Tinsel.
tinsel? Oh my God! It was no. So then when I
Everybody had that growing up.
I know.
was-
I love tinsel
I love
over
tinsel.
garland.
Oh, no.
But you have to do one strand at a time.
Yes.
Not
my
clumps.
God. I can't. I'm like PTSD.
Yeah.
And so as
Maybe
soon
that's
as,
why I hate the cleanup.
yeah, as soon as I got my own house, like, and I was an adult, I kind of went overboard the other way. Now I'm self-corrected, but I went, like, I would have designer trees, like there's a color scheme, and then even all the presents underneath.
Like
were-
Nikki,
Like Nikki, yeah.
every room in her house.
Yeah, I
She's
wasn't.
got, like,
I was
legit-
not Nikki
she's got,
level.
like, 18
oh my
trees.
God, she's
Every
like,
room, even her bathroom, I bet.
and the pillows and all of that. No.
No.
But my tree was designer. So now I'm kind of in the, once you have kids and your kids get to pick, ornaments, and kind of
Yeah.
that goes out the wayside.
You know what's so funny? I'm so over ornaments.
Oh, what is that? What do you mean?
Like I don't like putting them on the tree.
What?
I put poinsettias on my tree,
Oh,
and that's how I
pretty.
decorate it.
Wow.
I love ornaments. In fact, that's one of the things when I travel.
Yeah,
It's
I
one
used
of the
to do
one
that.
things I
yeah.
will get is an ornament from someplace I've been. Because then you hang it up and they're like, oh, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. So we have two. This kind of started by mistake when we got our new house. That where I came from, we got everything at Costco. If you couldn't get it at Costco, then you
It
didn't
didn't
need it.
exist. Yeah.
So I got my tree from Costco. I'm like, yeah, of course, that's what you do. But then I got it, and they don't, they're wrapped up at Costco. They're like,
Yeah.
it is what it is. You don't get to see it.
Yeah.
It's, whatever.
one.
And I got home, and I was like, it was okay. It wasn't my tree. So I put it in front, and I'm like, this can be your tree, kids. Decorate it as you
Aw,
wish.
so cute.
And then I went to one of the amazing farms.
Yeah.
Where they have all the trees, and you get, like, how would you not do that? It's just so fun. That's such a fun
We
process
love
where
doing
you pick
that.
your tree.
Yeah.
And I go like straight Clark Griswold.
Yep.
Every year.
Yep.
Every year. And then I'm like, there's like marks all over the ceiling.
Yes, exactly.
I
Yeah.
know. I can't help it. Every year I'm like, I want the biggest, fluffiest, most fabulous
Lot of
tree.
sap. Lot of sap.
Yes, and needles everywhere, all over the floor.
It's crazy, but I love it, and I have like the ribbons. No, I love it. It's amazing, but I don't go crazy about it anymore
Yeah.
with the presents and the paper, and it is,
It is what it is.
But
That's what you get.
yeah,
You don't
but
get
the
upset.
Trees, I'm super
I like that.
super good. The trees though,
Yeah.
especially when you live on Long Island, because you can
But
get
you know
them
what?
fresh.
They
Yeah.
make some beautiful fake trees.
I know,
they
but
really
we
do.
live where like there's Christmas tree farms,
Yeah. Well, there's
All
a LITV episode coming out in a few weeks over that.
Christmas tree farm. Like it's a real thing.
But you know what you can do? You can go to the Christmas tree farm and get a wreath for your car. Or you can
Yeah.
ice skate like the one
Yeah.
Bree went to.
Well, I do get jealous over the fake trees that are pre-lit because they look amazing.
They do
Yeah.
look amazing.
They're perfect.
They're beautiful.
And P.S. I also, the one thing that happens every year is I've learned to I have a freak out
I
doing
do
my
too.
tree
Yep.
because every time there's a strand, half the strand doesn't work, and I have 14 strands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Half of all 14 strands don't work. And
Who's
then I have
Russ
a
in your
full-
family?
What?
Who's Russ in your family?
Oh, Russ. Yeah. No,
Take care of this nut.
That's so. It's so funny. I was talking to our friend from News 12, Dave Widmer, about this, and he was like, "Oh yeah, no, that it's not even work." He goes, "Literally, this is such a Long Island thing too. I think."
Yeah.
He's like, at the end of every year, I just throw it all away.
I do too.
I don't even
do
store
too,
it. I
right?
throw it away. I go to Target.
Yep.
It's $15.
Repurchase,
I
yep.
buy a new one.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, okay.
Same.
Because I have a meltdown.
Yeah, because it's annoying.
Meltdown.
Yeah.
I have 14 strands, and you're going through. I'm Russ. I am Russ. I'm looking for the bulb, and then I'm trying to replace it with the bulb, and none of the replaces.
Thomas is Clark.
Thomas is in the other room. When it comes to decorating the tree, he's like,
Ellen. He's Ellen.
yeah.
He's
He's like,
drinking the
he's
eggnog.
fixing making sure
The
the lights
wooden-
work.
yeah.
Everything's on a timer.
hysterical.
No, so I have that freak out, but I think they just throw it away.
Yeah.
Go to Target.
Start over.
Yeah.
Start over.
Yeah. So good. Okay. Well, that was a good one. What about eggnog? Are we eggnog fans?
Yes.
I'm not.
Oh God, I love it.
Really.
But it's so thick.
I know. It is. But do you like?
Well,
so
you do 3/4
yes.
Southern Comfort,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, my friend
Splash
growing
eggnog.
up, she's Puerto Rican, so it's called something. What is it called? Concata? What is it called?
What?
Coquito?
Coquito.
Coquito.
Yes. So it's literally made with raw eggs,
Oh my god.
Oh.
but it's delicious.
Yeah.
It's like raw eggs, cinnamon.
You make it yourself?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Make your own egg.
Oh, you should post the recipe for our hot teas.
I don't know where it is, but I'll find it.
Okay.
My girl Angelica's listening. She'll
find it?
Yeah, she's a
Okay.
hot tea.
They're taking notes. They're going to give you homework.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, they do. Oh, this
What
is
is it
a
called?
team effort.
Coquito. Yeah. Her mom used to make it
so
every
Pete, this
year.
is what happens. You see Sharon and I on this, but behind the scenes, you got Alyssa, who does everything, makes it sound like not offensive and crazy.
She cuts things
Well,
out.
as much as she can. As much as she can. Bree also does so much. She's our social media. She puts filters on the pictures so that we don't look like this,
Oh.
so we look skinny. And then...
Yes, because I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It adds 10 pounds.
Yes, yes. And then Caroline, she takes all the notes and makes sure that everything we're talking about gets posted. And it's amazing. It's literally a behind-the-scenes team effort. And Chris is usually behind the camera, but we've got him working
He's fully loaded.
around the clock.
Yeah.
Oh, because we have our annual meeting coming up next week at Newsday.
Oh,
At the
where
new
we
Newsday
met.
studio. Yeah, where we met.
Yep.
So you should come. It's on December 8th. We'll get you
Okay.
the invitation. But
Yes.
it's really, really stressful, which is another reason why
it's
we're
like that
stressed.
year end.
Which I don't know why, because everybody's so great.
Yeah,
There's
but
nothing-
it's hard putting on a production like that. You know,
have to recap everything you've
entire
done for an
year.
entire year, and also what you're about to do for the next year, not knowing what the heck is happening in the world, and Oh, and we have a really, really cool keynote speaker.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Oh
so
my
excited
God!
for her.
By the way, I'm so excited for her. I need to put her book on the Amazon favorite list, but her name is Kendra Hall, and she's a best-selling author. She wrote a book called Stories That Stick, and she's an expert storyteller. And you will love this, because you're a consulting coach.
I do corporate sales training seminars. Yeah.
You will
Wow.
love her, because what she talks about is incorporating stories into your corporate culture, into your sales, into your marketing, and how when you have stories, which is what we do.
Right.
This is it. We're telling stories,
Right.
right? And we're making it personal, and we're giving you, the real deal, and people feel more connected
Absolutely.
when you tell a story. So that's interesting, corporate coaching. So give us some of your tips. What do you do?
What do I do? Some tips. Depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Every company's different. But basically, I would say there's one word that generally comes to mind. It's structure. We see a lot of companies that are just haphazard. They're fighting fires. They're reactionary to the problem of each day, and they have no plan. So a lot of what we do when we go into companies is create the structure they'll need to get to the next level.
Oh, yeah. That sounds smart. Maybe you should come to us.
I was thinking, when can we book you things?
We're constantly I think
I'll
that's
give you a
just...
free consultation.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
We'll look
deal.
over the sales numbers and we'll see.
Deal. It's just hard not to be reactionary today,
Yeah.
because you never know what's happening, especially in our industry.
Right.
Okay, but back to Christmas and the holidays and Hanukkah and everything else that's going on right now, which is, I love that it all kind of coincides.
That's so awesome. Isn't
I
it?
think it's
Yeah.
amazing, and everybody celebrates together.
Yeah.
And cross celebrates everything, and then I think Kwanzaa comes up
Kwanzaa
right
comes
after
up,
the New
yep.
Year, right?
Exactly.
So porch flipping? Do you?
So I do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
I have like 19 steps that go up to my front door.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a lot. So I wrap my railings in garland with lights,
Yeah.
and I do the big red bows at
Ooh.
the pillars.
Oh my
It's
God,
so beautiful.
That looks nice. Like a little
Yeah.
package. Your
Yeah.
house is a little package.
We're like a little Christmas.
Ooh,
wrapping.
It's a little Christmas package.
Yeah.
How about you?
I live in a townhome development,
Yeah.
so I have a wreath on the door.
Yeah.
There you
well,
go.
That's it.
So back when you were in your married days.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
My wife was like Mrs. Claus. So, yeah. I wasn't allowed to decorate the tree. There were rules.
See, this is like me.
Yeah.
I'm like, just go away.
Yeah, no Islander ornaments on the tree.
Oh, what?
Oh, no Bart Simpson. No, it had to
That's
be
so
like
funny.
traditional.
Yeah, Bart Simpson. Yeah, I'm with your ex-wife on that one. So yeah, I just recently did that. Like right after Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving, I took off all my Thanksgiving
Pumpkins.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, remember I showed you that TikTok where the woman's like, here's what you do to
With
flip
the
your porch.
dead
And
mums.
she's clearly from Long Island.
Yeah.
And she's drinking wine. She's like, things you'll need. And it says a glass of wine.
Yeah.
And she's like, 2 mums. And then she's like, you take your old mums and you throw them in the woods.
Yeah.
And you replace them with your new mums. And so I have these corn stalks, right? Because I got the corn stalks
Oh,
for the
yeah,
first
yeah,
time
yeah.
this year. And I'm like, what do we do? I'm like, do we put these in the basement? Or Thomas is like, no.
No,
You don't
you
save
burn
those.
them?
I'm like, do you put them in the garbage? He's like, we'll just throw them in the woods. I was like,
I love it.
oh, okay.
I love it.
They just throw them in the woods and maybe corn stalks will grow. I don't know.
Or birds will come eat the corn that's on the
Yeah,
stalk.
Yeah.
we're just feeding nature. It's
Yeah,
nature.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all, it's all part
decomposed,
of,
right?
part
Yeah.
of the circle of life.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
Do you know what I saw actually? If you like spray paint the twigs, like spray paint them white, they
Okay.
look so pretty. And you wrap them in Christmas lights.
What are you saying, twigs? Oh, like just regular twigs?
Yeah,
Branches.
yeah, like
Oh,
branches. Thank you.
Oh, that's totally something. Do you do that, Alyssa?
No,
Like you can bundle them.
That seems like something
spray
you would
paint
do.
them white.
I
Put
would
a little
like to.
Christmas light on them.
No, I'm
make
not
them
spray painting.
twinkle.
I would go to Michael's.
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
not spray
Yeah, I
painting.
need to see your calendar. It sounds like you have a lot of time to do things.
She doesn't though.
me. I don't
She's
do
got
this.
she's got 3 little kids.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
there's
All
no.
right.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it.
I don't.
I have right now. My planter things are completely empty. I need to go to get they have these giant poinsettias at Costco.
I have to tell you about this.
Wait, real quick.
Go ahead.
Poinsettia or poinsettia?
Poinsettia.
Poinsettia.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's
I
how
say
the Alkaline
poinsettia.
Trio says it in their song.
Who?
So it's a band, the Alkaline Trio.
Oh, okay.
They don't say
Poinsettia.
poinsettia, so it's poinsettia.
You ladies.
Poinsettia.
Sharon.
I'm a little man out.
Okay. So now tell your story. Sorry.
So my nephew had this like fundraiser, whatever you can buy, like the Christmas balls with the like, what is it? Like the wreaths, but they're in balls.
I have no idea I don't know where you're
What
going
are
with
you
this.
trying to say?
The wreath balls.
What are they called?
The bulls.
Wreath balls?
The bulls.
Anyway,
He's
they're
like,
beautiful.
I'm silent.
So
on
I
this one.
order this
Ow.
poinsettia
Okay.
from my nephew for $25. And I'm like, this is going to be a beautiful centerpiece on my table underneath my chandelier. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I get it. It is like the size of a Christmas tree.
Right.
It's
Oh!
huge.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Huge. I don't know what to do with it.
Huge.
I'm like, where do I put this thing? I have no idea.
Oh my God.
So it's on a plant stand, like somewhat in my dining room. I don't know. But it's not a table set. Like, it's not a centerpiece.
Okay, so Thomas was saying this because I wanted to put them outside because at Costco they have good
can't go
ones.
outside.
That's what everybody says. You can't.
Yeah.
He's like, they're not weather resistant.
Right.
They're like a plant.
Yeah.
They're gonna freeze.
Yeah. You can't put them outside.
I'm like, but then also you got to keep them away from like your pets.
yes, because they're poisonous.
I'm already over it.
Yeah.
I'm already
But
over
they're
it.
gorgeous.
I need some fake
Did
poinsettias.
you like go to the different houses in Babylon, like down by the
Yes.
water? Like
Yes.
that's a tradition.
Yep.
It, like if
You
you're
get in
a
your car and you
Babylonian,
drive.
like, you
and
drive.
There's actually, I'll never know how to find this again, but there was a website where it listed like the
It's- I
20
think
houses
I know
to
what
go
you're
to.
talking
I just saw
about.
it. It was on
Yeah.
Oh, all
Instagram.
right.
It was on Insta. I just saw it.
But I feel like maybe not Derek Jeter, but like a Yankee player had a
Okay.
house in Babylon.
Okay.
And this house, he had like 2 staircases going up, and every step had a poinsettia on it.
I love that.
Oh my gosh, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, I know. We've already converted her. I love it's so pretty because it's red. It's like your red bows you were talking about. And I ran into our good friend Chip Gorman from State Parks last
Yeah,
night,
we love Chip.
and he was telling me about the Jones Beach
Light
drive.
show.
Yeah, he's like, because last year because of COVID, they actually went even more because they
Wow.
were so busy because everybody wanted to stay in their
Right.
cars and drive through.
Right.
He's like, so they kept all of those lights for
That's
this year.
awesome.
It just reopened. And they don't have like the stuff indoors, but all their stuff is outdoors now, and you stop and do stuff. He was like, "You gotta go."
Yeah, no, you do. You haven't gone?
I've never been.
Oh my God, do it.
Yeah, I know. And then Old Westbury Gardens has their new
I wanna go to
splendid.
that.
What's it called? Brie?
Simmering solstice.
Shimmering solstice. I mean, we did a whole episode on it, right?
Launch tomorrow.
Oh my God! So by the time this comes out, you can go.
You've
to,
already seen
You
it,
can
yeah.
go to YouTube, Discover Long Island NY on YouTube, and see the shimmering solstice at
It
Old
looks
Westbury.
so magical.
Yeah,
Bree
Bree said
showed
it-
me
yeah, they said it
like
was
the
amazing.
behind the scenes.
It was like Disney World. Like
Yeah.
Ooh.
the
Wow.
castle show.
Yeah.
The projection show.
Yeah.
They have that on the castle.
Oh, that's cool.
And what town is this in?
Old Westbury
Westbury.
Gardens.
Okay, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
done
this
the
is-
Jones Beach thing.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, this is your point where you don't have to go anywhere. You can. There's
I know.
stuff to
I
do.
Stay right here on Long Island. I know.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'll make
I
a
like it.
list. I'll make a list. I'll never have to leave the island. It's
Right.
good.
Yeah. So Old Westbury Gardens is brand new. Not the Old Westbury Gardens, but the show. It's the first year doing it, and everybody says it's like awesome.
It looks so magical.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So I was just he was like, you got to go to the Jones Beach drive-through, and I've never done it.
I cannot believe that you've never done it. You've been here 6 years.
I know. I know.
Girl.
It requires me to
Get
go
on it.
out.
Point one is good too.
What?
Smith Point.
Smith
Oh
Point.
yeah, the Smith Point one
The
too.
Girl
I've
Yeah.
heard.
Scouts do that.
The Girl Scouts? Wow, that's
There's-
cool.
Yeah, it's sponsored by the Girl Scouts, and it's a really good one. It's comparable to Jones Beach.
Wow, that's great.
Okay.
So we're giving you all the scoop on what to do for like how to see stuff on Long Island for shows and stuff. But even if you're not on Long Island,
Yeah.
our team put together an amazing gift guide.
They really
for everybody.
did.
So if you just want a taste or a flavor of Long Island, or if you have somebody you want to buy for.
Yeah.
We have, and they're all to Pete. They're all small businesses on Long Island in our downtown. So
It's awesome. It's Shop Small Holiday Gift Guide, 12 Best Locally Made Gift Ideas, which is awesome. One is the body butter gift set by Divine Self Rituals.
Okay, let me tell you, I have their
Love
stuff.
this. You love this.
I have their stuff. Honestly, I put it on my elbows today because it's like wintry, and I was like, and they have this in my shower. I have this like coffee
Yes,
exfoliating
coffee, yeah.
scrub. Their stuff it's so decadent. It's really amazing.
Yeah. So this Divine Self Rituals is in Rockville Center. It's located on Maple Avenue. It's a Black-owned wellness and skincare essential store that creates nourishing and soothing products with smoothing ingredients. Its body butter gift set contains 4 full-size body butters in a variety of scents: lavender, sandalwood, rose, unscented, and peppermint lavender. How awesome is that?
It's awesome. And you know what? I mean, is anybody else struggling with what to get people this year?
Yes.
I feel like last year,
100%.
Pete says yes. Last
Right?
year, I feel like
Totally
everyone
lost.
bought everything on Amazon that ever existed.
Yes. Got the most stupid
I had
things.
fog machines
Yeah.
and laser light shows. I mean, anything.
Well, I think the simplicity of being able to buy online is great, especially last year with
Yeah.
COVID. People didn't really feel comfortable going out yet. I feel like this year, I'm out, I'm shopping, and I'm staying on Long Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in Looney Tunes yesterday. If you don't know.
Get out of town.
I love Looney Tunes.
Oh my God.
What is that?
It's a
Hello,
record
hello,
store
Carl and
in
Jamie.
West
All right.
Babylon.
Wait, it's
Yeah.
a what store?
Record.
It's a
Ooh.
record store.
Like old school
The
record
real
store.
deal.
Yes.
I like the
collector's
name of it,
item-
Looney Tunes.
Oh my
I was
God,
like,
it's
wait,
awesome.
Collector's item vinyl. Carl's father, Carl and Jamie are brothers. Their father started it back in like 1971. Then they had a fire, an electrical fire,
Yeah.
in I would say 06. They rebuilt
That was
it.
and that was like heart-wrenching.
Oh my
for
God! I was there
Long
opening.
Islanders.
So I was there opening morning when they
when
reopened.
they reopened.
There had to be 300 people.
Oh my
outside.
God.
People were walking in, people were crying, like it was
Yeah.
all redone.
Like,
it
it's
was
sad.
just
It was so
people were
sad.
hugging Carl and Jamie as
Yeah.
they walked in. Their father was there. It was just unbelievable. So.
That's honestly the beauty. We talk about it all the time. Like the local communities, everybody knows. It's part of the challenge of Long Island, but it's also the best part about it.
But like it's still also like so surprising that a record store is surviving in
Yeah.
2021. You
Yeah.
know, like
Oh
what
my-
you have.
They call
what
it
you-
vinyl now, Sharon.
Vinyl?
The
Okay.
vinyl is
So
back.
vinyl is back.
What is
Vinyl
it?
back.
What is that movie?
Vi-
Empire
oh,
Records.
Empire. I
Oh.
just watched that.
Did
So
you?
the woman I'm dating has never seen it. I'm like, you have to watch this.
You have
Yeah.
to watch
Oh,
it.
it's phenomenal.
Have you ever seen it?
Oh, yeah.
With Liv Tyler?
Liv
Get
Tyler,
out.
Renee Zellweger,
Oh my
Ethan
God.
Embry. Oh my, it's so
So
good.
many people are in it.
Really?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And it's such a good
It's
movie.
great.
Oh my God. Okay, I haven't seen it.
Empire Records. I love it.
And we don't have to tell you everything about all these, but you can just name a few because they're going to be. You go to discoverlongisland.com. It's on our blog.
It's going to be a blog
yeah,
post. Yeah.
and we'll put it on our.
So of course
stuff.
we have our DLI merch, Where I Belong crew neck from Discover Long Island's online
We're going to
shop.
give you one before you leave. Don't forget to
Yes,
give Pete one before he
we gotta
leaves.
get Pete
It's our
some-
gift to you for being our
some
guest.
stuff.
Thank you.
Gift card for a spa day at Aram, which we loved Aram.
Loved. So Aram, Pete, it's a spa in Syosset on Jericho Turnpike, and it's beautiful, and it's owned by a doctor who's a cosmetic surgeon, and it's all she's Korean. It's all about Korean K-beauty.
Beauty.
They call
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Yeah.
Himalayan salt bars from the Port Salt Cave.
Oh.
Himalayan salt is like a
I know.
cure-all to everything.
I know. You can buy the bars. I didn't know you could
Yeah.
do that. I thought you could just go to the cave. I didn't realize you could
They're
buy
in
stuff.
Port
from there.
Washington. You can buy like their salt bars.
Okay.
We have, oh, this is fun. Life is Gruff Bark Scotty from Harbor Pet. It's
I don't know
like
what you're saying.
It's like biscotti for your dog.
Yeah. Oh, cute.
So cute. Bark Scotty, get it? So
yeah.
cute.
I'm probably gonna get that.
That's in Greenport.
Oh yeah, I bought their homemade in Greenport. I bought their homemade dog treats that are made from hops
Oh,
from like
how'd that
Greenport
go?
Brewery. Oh my
That's
God.
awesome.
I mean, I don't know. My dogs ate them, but they eat anything.
They eat anything?
They eat their own poop. So
That's the dogs eat their own stuff.
I mean, but they loved it.
That's so funny.
Made me feel good.
Christina's World. She does the ornaments.
Oh, so
Yes.
the ornaments. Who was saying? Oh. Our friend Kevin McCaffrey, I was talking to last
Yeah.
night. He's like, I have my Discover Long Island ornament.
He
I
has
hang it
it
on my
still?
tree.
Oh my God, that's
every year, and she
awesome.
made those for us.
She made them
Christina.
a couple years in a row.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. We
She's
need to redo.
awesome.
We need to do those again. I love those.
I know. I love those too. They're so pretty and
We'll give you
sparkly.
one too. We have one.
I
You
like
just
that
look at
idea.
this. You coming
This
in?
is great. I'm
You're
coming home
leaving.
with
You're
gifts.
leaving,
Getting
yeah,
all
with
gifts.
swag. Yeah.
We have the eco-friendly, non-toxic nail
For your
care
fake tree.
from PH7.
Okay.
I don't. That is in Woodbury, and then of course Fire Island Vines Pinot Noir. Fire Island Vines is in my homestead.
Yeah.
in
Mhm.
Bayshore. I love it.
I know you always talk about them.
This-
Whenever you get wines, you stop there, right?
Yeah, and this weekend they're doing like a psychic thing
Oh
on
my
Sunday.
God.
I'm so excited because I want to see if they
Oh.
tell me that my thyroid's messed up because 3 psychics in a row told me that.
So how many does it take?
I don't know. It's like how many.
What
like,
is the threshold? How many
How many-
psychics
4
does it take?
psychics equals going to the doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I went
That's
to
what
the
I'm wondering.
doctor.
Like, how
I
many
had my
psychics
blood
do you
work
need to go?
done.
She's like, 3 have told me. I want to find out if it's real.
Well, I just think it's funny. I think it's funny.
So for the rest of this, we have, I don't want to give it all away, Sharon,
Right.
because they
It'll
should
be
go
on-
to the
it'll be on.
discoverlongisland.com and
Yeah.
get our gift guide. But it is about shop small, gift guides. And so have you done your shopping yet?
No, I haven't even started.
Oh, I've started, yeah.
But you're not done.
Not even close.
So I didn't do any shopping on Black Friday.
Me either.
I was trying to flip my porch. I don't know what's happening there. And plus, so it's weird because you don't go to Black Friday anymore. And plus, it's like, is there really a Black Friday anymore when there's Cyber Monday?
Exactly. Or like
If you're
all
gonna do
week
online?
before, everybody's like early deals. Early
Black Friday starts now.
Yeah.
It's not
Like,
Black
I can
Friday.
tell you Looney Tunes was crowded.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so this, I think some of the deals, that's probably one of the exceptions. But for the big, certainly you're like, what's Black Friday? So I waited and I did do some shopping on Cyber Monday.
Okay.
But then have you heard of this? Have you heard of this new thing, Green Monday?
No.
Okay, I just heard
I don't
this
know
in
what
the news
this
this
is.
morning, and Alyssa put it in our notes. So Green Monday is December 13th, and they call it the second Monday of December, and it's actually now the busiest shopping day of the
Get
year.
out of town.
And so you're going to see, again, a lot of the deals for
Yeah.
Green Monday because they said people wait till the last minute.
like me.
Yeah, and then they're like, I missed the sale. So hopefully, if you miss the sales,
Yeah.
Green Monday is still a chance for you.
Stresses me
Instead
out.
of Black Friday and then small, I'm like, what?
Small Business Saturday, I do.
I think they
love
just,
that.
I think they just make it up so that.
But Small Business Saturday is awesome.
All right, so we were talking earlier about so Sharon and I are doing Shop Small during the holiday season, and this is actually brought to you by Suffolk County Development of Economic Development and Planning. So thank you, Suffolk County. And we highlight 2 chambers of great downtowns and kind of things that are going on. And we were talking about them, and you were like, I don't know any.
You said Westhampton Beach. And
Westhampton
the only
Beach.
place I've ever been in Westhampton Beach is Cupsog Beach.
Cupsog.
That's
It's
it.
amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
It's that's my favorite beach.
Yes, I would agree.
Oh, really? Thank you.
That or
I feel
Robert Robert Moses Field 5.
Everybody
Yes,
says Robert
Robert
Moses.
Or
Everybody says
Kismet
Robert-
on Fire Island.
Yeah.
Actually, now I keep adding more. Yeah.
I love Fire Island. I love Cherry Grove on Fire Island. I'm a big Cherry. I love it. So we're talking about Westhampton Beach Chamber of Commerce, which is amazing, and you can find out all this information at westhamptonchamber.com. But as far as events go, you can find over 60 vendors, growers, and producers producing locally grown and caught and homemade items at their farmers market. There's a couple of them. You can go on Saturday the 11th, December 11th, or the 18th. And this is the Westhampton Beach Village Green. So I offered to do this one because Cupsog is my favorite beach, and we go there a lot. As someone went there for Kenzie's birthday, and it's just beautiful. It's a county beach. So it's awesome. It's like affordable. If you get your green pass, you can
Right.
go for like hardly anything. And it's just beautiful waves, pristine. And they just spent a gazillion dollars redoing their downtown, Westhampton Beach Village.
Wow.
It is so cute.
Aw.
Great restaurants, totally walkable, awesome theater, shops. It's a really, really great place to just go and walk around and enjoy and feel like you're in the Hamptons without having to drive
Right.
all
Right.
the way out. So I actually love Westhampton Beach Village as well as the beaches. So a couple of the cute restaurants and attractions there is Flora, and they're a new American restaurant serving lunch, dinner, or brunch year-round with a menu driven by seasons. Flora offers the freshest ingredients as well as robust cocktails. I think that's where I go when I go there, is Flora, and it is so cute. Love it. Delicious. And then there's Red Jacket Books. I mean, you're talking about record stores. I love a good local bookstore.
Yeah.
There's nothing cooler
Yeah.
than like a local record store, local bookstore. So it's created by book lovers, for book lovers. And Red Jacket Books offers a wide selection of books for everyone in your life. So
Love it.
talk about unique gifts.
Yeah, that's awesome. You
Yeah.
need to last minute stuff, go to a bookstore. Everybody loves a good book.
Yeah.
Right?
And you can get, at these places, you can get like signed copies of
Yeah.
things and really
We
like
saw that
first
TikTok
editions.
of Drew Barrymore going to the Barnes
Oh
and
my
Noble
God.
right in Bayshore, signing her book.
That made me angry.
I know.
I was like, Drew,
Everybody sent it to me, and I'm
call
like, "Are
me.
you kidding me?
You're right.
Drew?
You're literally
What's
right
up?
in our neighborhood. Drew,
I'm around the
call
block from
us.
my
We will
house.
totally go for drinks,
Right.
Drew. Drew is she's our best friend,
Yeah.
but she doesn't know it
Okay.
yet.
She has
Oh,
no
all right.
idea.
Yeah.
All right.
So
You should have her on the show.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
we're trying.
Yeah,
We're
Drew
trying.
Barrymore is literally the more we talk to her, she's literally our people. Everything she posts is like exactly Sharon and I.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She would be our best friend. Okay, go ahead.
She has no idea, but
Someday.
We're meant for each other.
Yeah, hashtag 2022 goals.
Exactly. All right, I am highlighting Riverhead Chamber of Commerce, and you can find all the information at riverheadchamber.com. One of the events that I'd like to highlight is joining the Riverhead Chamber for their Lions Club for the 69th Annual Holiday Parade and Bonfire on Saturday, December 11th, starting at 3 p.m. They are offering hot chocolate, local baked goods, and, of course, a visit from Santa. Who doesn't love a visit from Santa, right?
Yeah.
And then a photo op in the town's gingerbread house. But some of the businesses that are in Riverhead is Relic. It's a sustainable apparel brand started by two brothers who have seen a growing need for the preservation of our environment. Their mission is to bridge the gap between those interested in preserving our oceans and local organizations on the ground, providing the labor needed to make a difference. A portion of every sale of your purchase is donated to nonprofits dedicated to maintaining the ocean's resources around the United States.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's what I love. It's like family owned. It's
And then,
it gives back.
It gives back. And like,
I file it under do the right thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think the word of the year when it comes to spending this year is intentional.
Intentional.
Intentional spending,
good point.
where you're putting your money.
It's so true.
Yeah.
The next business I'd like to highlight is Tweed's Restaurant and Buffalo Bar.
You love that?
Yeah, I've been there. Yes.
Been there.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
They started in 1896. The bar opened for business in a well-known J.J. Sullivan Hotel at its present location on East Main Street in Riverhead. Tweed's even continued to operate through Prohibition by imaginative use of secret doors and dumbwaiters. That's fun. Bison served at the restaurant are bred at North Quarter Farm in Riverhead. Have you been to the bison farm? Have
No.
you seen them? Oh my gosh, they're incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think we've given people some cool inspiration
Yeah.
on how to shop small at these local like chambers. And again, you can get all this on our website because we always have all of these partners listed on our website and how to shop small and how to kind of just seek out your own local business. You were talking about Babylon, Pete. What are some of your favorites?
So West Babylon is Looney Tunes, obviously. I've already
Yeah.
mentioned them. I love that place. I'm a big music fan, so that's
Yeah.
that's my
You can have
place.
to be grown up
Yeah.
on
I walk
that.
in there and they know me. It's like I'm, you know. And then in town, I mean, there's some phenomenal small restaurants that, I mean, I love the Argyle Grill and Tavern.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Horace and Sylvia's
Yeah.
is excellent. What is it? Barik.
Uh,
I
Barik,
can never
yeah.
pronounce it
Barik.
correctly.
So Sharon's
there-
sister. Oh, I was just there on Black Friday.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't do Black Friday shop. I was at your sister's. She cuts both my daughter's hair and
Yeah.
mine. She owns Kathy's Hair Boutique right there on Main Street.
okay.
Yeah, right
and
across
so
from Mary's.
yeah, right. And we went to Del Fuego,
Yeah.
but it was like Barik and what's the other one? No, Bart. Is it
Maltavino?
Barik? Brixton.
Brixton.
Oh, the Brixton's nice.
I love
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Brixton.
Yeah.
It's such a good brunch place, and I love the cheese shop.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
The
yes.
Babylon cheese shop.
Yes.
I like that place. I die for it. It's so good.
And then the meat market does the amazing spinach dip. It comes in like these little white plastic containers that you like get from like a Chinese food place.
Yeah.
But this dip, you could drink it. It's so good.
Oh my God.
I don't
You know what I'm
recommend
talking
that.
about? Don't drink it, but like it goes so good with their bread, their artisan
Yeah.
bread,
That's great.
or vegetables.
Yeah. And the
It's so
Argyle
good.
Theater, I saw they're doing a production of Elf.
Yes.
The whole month of December.
You're on?
You're going?
Oh, that's
Going. I
so
got
cool.
tickets.
Elf is good. Actually, I'm going to see, talking about plays around the holidays, at Theater 3 in Port Jeff. They do a phenomenal version of A Christmas Carol.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it twice before. The guy that plays Scrooge is phenomenal. I forget his name, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff something, I think. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
So
Well,
if
we
you
will
get a
have-
chance to go, it's awesome.
Port Jeff is like a little. It's. I
It's
always
like
say
it's Dickens.
yeah.
That's this weekend.
That's this
Yeah.
weekend. is
It'll
the
be
Dickens
past.
Festival.
It'll be
Yeah.
past by the
When
time
we
this
air,
airs. We'll
yeah.
miss it. But also it's so cute, but it's also like it's crazy. But but Port Jeff just in general in the winter, and a lot of these downtown villages, it looks like a snow globe, is what I
Yeah.
say. It's like
Yeah.
a little snow globe. It's literally out of a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I love it.
And by the way, for Port Jeff, I've just recently went to a new restaurant I've never been to called Nantucket's
Oh yeah.
for
Yeah.
brunch. That was
So good.
awesome.
Okay,
Was
I,
it?
I
Yeah.
live right there, and I've never been there. I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
it. I know
Go for
exactly
brunch.
what it is.
It was
Okay,
great.
all right.
Yeah.
So speaking of, next episode, we're actually going to be talking about a different topic. Like we've been talking a lot about shopping and shopping small and supporting local businesses. But next episode, we're going to talk about mental health because the holidays are stressful and they're tough for a lot of people, especially after the last 2 years. There's been a lot of loss, and there's just been a lot of fear and, insecurity, and there's just so much, and even in a good year, just the overwhelming, of the shopping and the pressure and the expectations of the holidays, all these things we've been talking about. Is a tree? What's your tree look like, and what's your porch look like, and did everybody like your gifts?
There's so much demand.
So we're going to be talking about that next week and giving you some tips on how to get through the holidays, on how to, just face anxiety or stress, and how to do a little self-care to get you through the holidays.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Anything, Pete? How was it? Was it
It's
what
great.
you expect? Yeah,
This
Mr.
was great.
Long Island.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that moniker, but I do have a pride in the place. You can sense that from the first time we met. I really do. I make sure I try my best to shop at Long Island places. I had a beach house in Fire Island for 14 summers with my buddies.
It's the best.
I've had Islander season tickets for 31 years. I feel like it's just a pride I have about where we live.
And Pete, thank you so much for joining
Yeah,
us.
Thanks
been
for having me. This was great.
And we'd love to have you back someday. And thanks for being a hot tea.
Yeah.
I like that moniker. I'll take.
Okay,
good.
And we will see you next week. Make sure you follow Discover Long Island and hashtag Discover Long Island for all your adventures. And visit Long Island Tea Podcast. Please leave us a review, 5 stars. It really does help us. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.